Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Tailgate here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Chris B. Bacon, filling in for Big B. I'm here with Loro and Mess Around Dave. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's week 16 in the NFL, and seems like it's going by fast. What are you guys?
Yeah, kind of glad we got that extra week this year, but doesn't matter for my team because we suck this year. So
I feel like you guys, the Bears, will get better. But the week started off with the Thursday game between the 49ers and the Titans. Tennessee narrowly lost that game. Who wants to break it down first?
The Thursday night game was. I thought it was a really good game for both the 49ers and the Titans, but the Titans still ended up holding on to winning. And as for the Colts, and as for the Titans, I meant as for the Titans, I was kind of thinking like they were not going to win this game without Derrick Henry. I did not pick them to win this game because there's no Derrick Henry, but they had Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. But Ryan Tannehill surprisingly put together a game-winning drive. And for the 49ers, Jimmy G had another good game, though, fellas.
Yeah, he didn't have too bad of a game. What do you think, Messing Around?
I didn't watch the game. I had to work. But I picked the Titans to win. Both teams really needed this game to stay alive in their respective playoff races. San Francisco probably more than Tennessee at this point. But I was glad the Niners lost because of a certain co-host on both networks talk with the Niners this and that every week. So, glad it shut him up for a minute.
Yeah, the 49ers needed that win to stay in the race for the NFC West, but sadly with that loss, they kind of, they were taken out of that playoff contention there. And as for Tennessee, which we're going to talk about here in a few minutes, they need the Colts to lose Saturday against the Cardinals, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But the first game that was on Christmas, it was the Cleveland Browns going to Green Bay and taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. We all knew that the Packers were going to win that game, but if you saw it, what did you guys think? And I'll start with Mess Around.
It's Green Bay. You know what I think of Green Bay. I can't stand Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Hopefully they lose the first round so I don't have to watch it. 6 Super Bowl that I don't want to see. If Green Bay makes it, I'm going to throw up. Anyways, I didn't watch the game. I was at work again. Christmas, had to work Christmas.
Yeah, no.
I had Green Bay winning this game. Surprisingly, I did pick Green Bay to win.
Yeah, I did too. Loro, what do you think of the game?
I didn't watch it, but, Cleveland nearly made a comeback here. I heard he had 5 interceptions. But look, a lot of people don't think that Baker Mayfield's the franchise guy for the Cleveland Browns. And honestly, I do think he is. He's just hurt this year. He's playing hurt with a non-throwing shoulder injury. So I think that the Browns need to just be patient with Baker Mayfield, and he's got to get off-season surgery. I think the Browns are probably going to be missing the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not sure how bad the injury is, but I think at times he seems like he's the franchise guy, and then sometimes he's not. He said after the game that I hurt the team, and he kind of did 4 interceptions. That's not showing a winning quarterback. But surprisingly, they're still, in the hunt for a playoff spot, although You know, I don't think they're in the race for the AFC North, but it's going to be interesting to see how it goes, you know, down the stretch. And then, you know, as we talked about before, the Colts and the Cardinals were the last game in the NFL Christmas package. Colts beat the Cardinals 22-16. It was just all around bad for Arizona, I think. Laura, what do you think?
You know, the Cardinals haven't played that great since their 7-0 start, but I still think they're going to make the playoffs. And as for the Colts, I think that with Tennessee being shorthanded, I think the Colts showed why they still want to be in this race. And I think that the Colts are going to end up winning the AFC South now that the Titans have Derrick Henry. I think the AFC South runs through the Colts and the Titans, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's going to be tough, though. What do you think, messing around, Dave?
We talking about the Cardinals?
Yeah.
If they're going to make the playoffs? I think they make the playoffs for sure. Like Laura said, the Cardinals been struggling lately. I actually had the Colts winning yesterday. I thought the Colts needed to win more than the Cardinals, and you know, just stay alive in that playoff race over there. Tennessee lead that division, or do the Colts?
I think the Colts has a chance to get the playoffs.
Okay.
You know, get into the playoffs, but I don't know about the AFC South. So we covered, you know, Thursday and Saturday games. So we're going to go to the Sunday games with the early games. You guys tell me who you guys want to pick as your locks, you know, for predicting. And our first game is going to be the Rams and the Vikings. Who you guys picking for that one? We'll go the mess around first.
I'm sorry, what was the game?
Rams and the Vikings.
Oh, gosh.
Vikings looking for a playoff spot if they win.
They both really need this win. I'm going to go with tough. I can't pick the Vikings. I just can't bring myself to. I'm going to take the Rams. I think it's going to be close. So I think the Rams win by 7.
Lower, who are you picking for the Rams and the Vikings?
I'm going with my hometown LA Rams because I think that the Rams are destined to win the NFC West despite beating the Cardinals. And I'm going to make that as my first lock. And Tim Hendricks said that, and I'm with you on that, Tim. That's going to be my first lock of the 4 games that I'm picking.
Okay. So the next game is going to be the Baltimore Ravens and the Bengals. Sorry, Baltimore and Cincinnati. Loro, who are you picking on that one?
I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. There's no Lamar Jackson. I think the Bengals are playing really good football, and I think they're showing why I think they have such a bright future right now and that their willingness to win now. And as for the Ravens, when they get Lamar Jackson back, I think that the Ravens will find a way to compete for the division title. But I just think that the Bengals are just been playing really good football, and they've been this year's Cinderella story.
That's around. What do you think? Ravens or the Bengals?
Tyler Huntley's not playing today, right?
Jamar Jackson and Tyler Huntley aren't playing. They're going with Josh Johnson.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals to win as my first lock without either of those quarterbacks. Johnson sucks. There's a reason he was on the street to begin with. He's not that great of a quarterback. So
yeah,
I'm going to take the Bengals. The Bengals are going to win this game 20-10. That's my first lock.
I mean, what, Josh Johnson's been around 20 teams in like 3 different leagues or something. It's incredible. Let's see. We got the Patriots and the Bills. Loro, the Patriots are facing the AFC East opponent. Who do you think is going to take that?
This is my second lock of the week, and I'm going to go with my New England Patriots to win this game. I think it's going to be a narrow victory because I think that the Patriots in their last game against the Buffalo Bills, I think that the Patriots took them down, even though Mac Jones only threw for 3 passes. And I think that he's going to have a much better game against the Bills, and I think that the Patriots are going to come out on top. Tim, I mean, I respect your opinion about why you want to go for the Bills, but I just think the Patriots right now are the better team, despite losing to the Colts. I think they're going to bounce back from their disappointing loss to the Colts.
Mess around, Dave. What are you thinking between the Bills and the Patriots?
I think the Bills are out for revenge today. They didn't like the way they played in that first game. Josh Allen's going to rebound and have a big game. I've been against Patriots all year. I just hate the Patriots. I always have. Ever since Tom Brady and their scandals. And they're a lot like Alabama. The Patriots and Alabama, I can't say either one of them. Anyway, I'm going to take the Bills to win this one. They're going to get their revenge today. And but I think it'll be close. I think it'll be they win by a field goal at the end.
I feel like I'm going to take my first lock here and say that the Patriots are going to take this game, and I believe, let me make sure, I believe this is what Big B had as his lock, but I'm double checking on that.
I will say without Tom Brady, the Patriots are a little bit more likable.
Oh,
So-
yeah. He's taken the Bills as his lock. So I think we're all almost in agreement, except for that, the Bills pick.
Yeah, the Bills pick was with Tim and also with Mess Around.
Yeah. I think I'm the outlier here in picking the Patriots. So
You're pretty much on the same page as me, Chris.
all right.
But
So,
actually, Nelson Aguilar is not playing, just so you guys know. Sean Wade, Jared Stidham, Devin Asiasi, Joanne Williams, and Josh Bledsoe are not active today.
yeah, that's gonna hurt them, but maybe they'll come back. Jaguars and the Jets. I mean, not much to talk about here.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Giants and Eagles, they're kind of in it. Anybody want to pick that game?
I'm going to say that Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars are going to get the win here. I mean, I would like to see them get their first win under Coach Bevel, but this is a trap game for both teams.
Messing around?
Shoot, Jaguars, Jets, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Why?
I guess for draft positioning, I don't know.
I could see the Jaguars actually winning this game just to screw themselves out of getting the number 1 pick.
So you think Jaguars are going to take it?
I could see it happening, but no, I'm going to go with the Jets.
That's who Big B's picking for his lock for this game is going to be the Jaguars. I think he's thinking that Lawrence is going to play better today, and with the interim head coach, it'll be all better, I guess. So the Giants and the Eagles, NFC East rivalry. Both teams surprisingly still in the hunt. Well, actually, the Eagles are. Giants are eliminated. Who you guys picking? We'll start with Dave.
I'm going to go with the Eagles to stay alive in their, with their slim playoff hopes. I think they're going to win this game. But it could go either way because it's a divisional game. They're always close.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to go with the Eagles by 7.
So, Loro, who are you picking, Giants or the Eagles?
I'm actually going to go with this is actually my third lock of the week. I would go with the Eagles because I think that They're playing to keep their playoff hopes alive. And the Giants, they win. They're just playing spoiler right now.
Yeah. I'm going to make this my second lock and go with the Giants because of playoff implications. Not that Dallas needs any, but I mean, it wouldn't help to have more. The Buccaneers and the Panthers is the next game. Buccaneers can clinch a playoff spot with a win or a division win with a division lock with a win. So, Laura, who are you picking?
Which game is that again?
Buccaneers and Panthers.
I'm going with my man Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. This is actually my last lock of the week because I just think that the Buccaneers were very pissed in losing to the Saints last week. And I think that playing Carolina, I think with the Panthers being this bad, I think that the Buccaneers need this one badly.
What about you, mess around? Who are you picking?
Give me the Buccaneers, my second lock.
All right. I mean, like I've said before, it's almost like a second Patriots team with Brady on this team. I'm going with Tampa Bay on this one, but not as a lot. I could, but
Yeah, they were embarrassed last week, so I think they're looking to, they're out to show people that they're still that team that's a heavy favorite in the NFC. So
yeah.
Once they get their players back, they'll be fine. I know they lost a couple guys for quite a while, but
I mean, they're getting Brown back, but they just signed Le'Veon Bell. That's crazy in itself. You think that's going to help them along the way? I mean,
who'd they sign?
Le'Veon Bell.
That guy hasn't been relevant since he left Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I remember him saying, or somebody said that when he was with Pittsburgh, he wished all of that took place, didn't really have to happen. He could have handled that a little better, and I kind of agree. Laura, do you think having Le'Veon Bell with Tampa Bay is going to help their chances?
In some way, yes. I mean, he's just a filler, like what Tim Hendricks was just saying here. So
yeah,
that's what I think here.
All right, so the next game is going to be the Chargers and the Texans. Chargers still holding out hope, just slim. And we all know Texans are eliminated, but they're trying, I believe, Mims out. I probably got the quarterback wrong, but they're playing the rookie quarterback, I guess, the rest of the way. So, messing around, we'll start with you. Who you got for this game?
Surprisingly, for what was he, like a third to sixth round pick or something like that? David Bills has played really well this year for being as lowly drafted as he was. Having said that, though, San Diego's not good. I keep calling him San Diego. I'm so used to.
I know.
Sorry, Los Angeles Chargers. They really need this game to stay alive in the playoffs. I think they're still going to make the playoffs, and they're going to win this game. This is my third lock. San Diego 27-24.
Oh, wow. Lauro, who you got between the Chargers and the Texans?
I got the LA Chargers because I think Justin Herbert's had a really good season. No sophomore slump for him, and he continues to get better and better each week. And I also think for the Texans, too. I mean, they're just a dumpster fire, and that fans there want Cal McNair to sell the team so that Texans fans can just start off fresh.
I mean, I think he's probably going to be the quarterback of the future for the Texans. What do you guys think?
I could see that. I mean, if he gives them the best chance to win, then yeah.
What do you think, mess around?
Well, what was your comment?
Oh, you think that Texans rookie quarterback is going to be the quarterback of the future for Houston?
He might be. Just put some more weapons around him. I mean, I know he's got Brandon Cooks, but give him a little more science, get some more defensive help. I think that's the problem with the Texans. Their defense is just terrible ever since they lost Clowney and Watt, and the core of that defense. They need to build the defense back up to get back to where they were. And if they ship out Watson next year, they can get extra draft picks and really start to rebuild over.
All right, so we move on to the late games, and we're going to start with messing around here. It's your Bears going to Seattle to face the Seahawks.
I'm going to take Chicago, even though, I really don't care about this game as much as I did. Because, like I said backstage before the show, Justin Fields is not playing today due to an ankle sprain. Nagy came out and said he might be the backup. Might. And I read a story about how he's being petty, trying to take Ryan Pace down with him by not playing these rookies that Pace drafted. So it doesn't make Pace look good because he made some good draft picks. So he knows he's on the way out and he wants to take Pace on the way on with him.
All right, Laura, who you thinking?
Seattle Seahawks. I just think that the Seattle Seahawks at home against the Bears, I think it's going to be a win for them. And you know what? Like what Mess Around said, I think Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace are going to go to Cancun together after this because they're both going to get fired as the Bears head coach and GM. And they're just I just think that the Bears, they're just like a team that's just not fun to watch right now. They're just a mess.
Yeah, they're not doing too well, but I don't know. We've seen crazier things go on in the NFL. Kind of like I've heard a report. I know we're kind of backtracking, but Giants are looking to keep their coaching staff and Daniel Jones.
Oh, Joe Judge is gone. I think he's gone after this year.
You think he's gone, messing around?
Yeah.
I don't think he is too. The Giants say they're gonna give him another chance, and which I think him and Joe Judge are gonna be back together in 2022 because I think they've done enough.
I mean, like I said, things have been totally different. So we'll just see. Let's see. Steelers and the Chiefs. Laura, we'll start with you.
I'm going with Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. I just think that they're playing really good football, but I think that with Travis Kelce out, I think Mahomes can still find his magic. And the Chiefs have been playing really good football lately, especially offensively. They've been much better, but I think you got to give the defense credit here.
Yeah. I mean, it's been an up and down year for Pittsburgh. So it's going to be interesting. Messing around, who you picking?
I don't know. Without Travis Kelce, they're going to really have to lean on this defense. I mean, that defense has been carrying them anyway the last – what they won, like 7 straight games? Yeah. So the defense has really been stepping up and carrying. They're going to have to do even more today. Hopefully, Kansas City can find the rhythm on offense, but I don't see it today without Kelce. They're going to double Tyreek Hill and take him out of the game. So, having said that, though, I still got Kansas City winning this. They're playing for the first round bye and the home field advantage and all that. So, and they're playing at home. So I got Kansas City winning 21-17.
Okay. I'm going to make this my third lock and go with the Chiefs. I feel like Patrick Mahomes is playing like he did the last few years. And, I don't know if it's going to end in a Super Bowl, but we'll just have to see. Next game is going to be the the last game in the late afternoon, the Broncos at the Raiders. Mess around. We'll start with you.
These games between these two teams are usually pretty fun to watch because, like, it's a divisional game and they hate each other. Both teams are still, I guess, fighting for a playoff spot. They're both 7-7, so they're just trying to keep their slim hopes alive. I'm going to go with Vic Fangio and the Broncos winning this game.
Loro, who you picking between Broncos and Raiders?
I'm gonna pick the Raiders to win this game because I don't trust Drew Lock playing in these games. Starting, I meant, because I think that the Broncos are going to be better off with Teddy Bridgewater as their guy going forward. So that's why I picked the Raiders to win this game.
I could see that happening. I'm not sure if Bridgewater's the answer for Denver. I mean, they helped him out a lot, but I don't know if he's the answer. I'm going to go with the Broncos. I feel like the Raiders are just going downhill.
I agree with you, Chris. I don't think either of those quarterbacks is the answer for Denver, and I think they're going to go hunting for a new quarterback next offseason.
Yeah. So, sticking with Sunday, we're going to move to the Sunday night football game between Washington and Dallas. We're going to start with Loro. Who do you pick for that one?
I'm actually going to go with your Dallas Cowboys, Chris, because I think that the Cowboys are the better team. Washington is getting Taylor Heineke back, but they have a lot of guys hurt and on COVID protocols.
All right. Mess around, who you picking?
Last time these two teams played a couple weeks ago, I went with the Washington football team, and they really let me down. I know Heineke left that game early. So I'm going to go Dallas this time. I'm not going to be fooled again. Dallas is playing some good ball offensively and defensively, and that offense is scary. I mean, Dak stays healthy, they can make a deep run in the playoffs. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys 24-10.
Yeah, I'm going with Dallas too. I mean, that first meeting in Washington, Dallas's defense, nailed a quarterback, whoever was out there, whether it be Heineke or Allen. The defense is playing pretty well, better than they have in years past. That's mainly why they're still in the playoff hunt and now going to the playoffs. So,
I know Dak hasn't been playing well lately, but
no,
if Dak can get on track and start playing like the Dak that puts up all those video game numbers, and they start Pollard over Zeke, I think Pollard's a better running back. I've said it all year.
So. Yeah, no, I totally agree. He is. So our final game is going to be the Saints and the Dolphins. Saints are starting a backup quarterback themselves, or like a third string backup. So Loro, who you got for this game?
I'm going with my man Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins to win this game. The Dolphins are playing really good football at the right time. A lot of people were just writing them off. And, Tua Tagovailoa is showing that he is the quarterback of the future of the Miami Dolphins.
Okay. Dave, restaurant Dave, who you got?
I'm really intrigued by this game because both teams are like Miami's. They've rattled off a few wins in a row, and everybody, like Lower said, wrote them off for dead at the beginning of the season. Then that defense came back around. They've been playing good. Tua has been playing good, showing that flashes that he could be the guy going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And the Saints, their defense, what they did to Tom Brady last week, that defense is gonna carry that team, whether it's Hill or whoever they have a quarterback. I know the Saints. There's a report they reached out to both Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers to come back and play, because they're still alive in that playoff hunt. But I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm going to go with the Saints to win this game to end that winning streak for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints on that one. It's going to be interesting, and I heard when they were calling Drew Brees, he kind of considered, he's like, I think I can play. So he went outside and threw some. And I guess he's like, no, I'm good. But he
Yeah,
was
I'm enjoying
really
retirement. I'm not coming
contemplating
back.
it. Yeah. And I think he was doing that with his family, just, playing catch and all that. So trying to warm up. And
I guess since it's the last game of the week, I'm going to make the Saints my final lock.
uh-huh. All right. I think we made all of our picks. You can take them or leave them as they are. And we're going to move on to our next topic, which is going to be the history portion. So, when I was looking at a lot of this up, it was a lot of playoff implication, or no, a lot of playoff games. Like in 1943, the NFL championship. It was at Wrigley Field, Chicago. The Chicago Bears beat Washington 41-21, and that was the Bears' 6th title. And then we'll do one more. There are several of them. Let's go to a more, I guess, somewhat recent 1976 NFC Championship at Metropolitan Stadium with the Vikings beating the Rams 24-13, and that was in Los Angeles, actually. Let's see, 1960 in the NFL Championship, the Eagles beat the Packers 17-13. It was the only defeat in the playoffs for their head coach Vince Lombardi. So I thought that was interesting. Next we have the low row with low down with low row. Excuse me. So if you're the Jaguars, who would you pick this year if you had the number 1 overall pick?
I think their need is I think it's the offensive line. I think you got to get a left tackle to protect Trevor Lawrence. But the Jaguars need a lot of help. A lot of offensive help. They're going to build around Trevor Lawrence, which I think is going to happen. They just got to shore up that defense, though.
Yeah, I feel like that could help mess around. What do you think?
I think if they end up with no more pick, they're going to go defense and take the best defensive player in college, which is Thibodeau from the Ducks. He's projected to go number 1 overall. The last I saw anyway. I don't know if it still holds true, but I could see them taking him, or they need a lot of help, like Lower said, everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah.
Put more pieces around Lawrence. Maybe get him a big name receiver. Trade down. I would even trade that pick and get more picks. Who knows?
I think that will help a lot too. I mean, like you guys said, anything that the Jaguars need, I feel like they should get. Maybe start, with the offensive line, and then work with receivers. Maybe get a veteran quarterback, not to take Lawrence's place, but maybe just help him lead the team. Give him advice and kind of help him in that sense. I'm not sure if it's a quarterback's fault, or quarterback to blame. He's a rookie. He needs time to develop. A lot of these quarterbacks that are just drafted need time to develop. So, I mean,
I think it's too soon to say that Lawrence is a bust. I think that whole Urban Meyer thing was just a shit show. And if they get the right coach in around to help Lawrence, who knows? You could see him play like he did in college at Clemson.
Right.
So,
all right. So the next topic, I guess it's kind of in that same realm. So we're going to stop messing around with messing around. Should NFL teams be able to trade or just sign players this late into the season?
I don't understand this question because you're always allowed to sign players this late in the season. It's not like it's a new thing.
Right.
So I don't get the question. It's just, I don't know. They've always been allowed to sign players this late. Someone gets hurt, of course they're going to sign someone off the street.
Right. What do you think, Loro? Should teams be able to sign players this late in the season?
I don't think so, because you got to find a way to have your next man up mentality if your star player is hurt. So
yeah,
basically, you don't really need to do that.
Right. Or you're like the Saints and the Ravens, who pretty much used all of their backup quarterbacks, or not used, but they're all hurt, and you need to try to find somebody. So you try to get a Drew Brees or a Phillip Rivers type person, a veteran leader, so to speak, and that may help your offenses. So our final topic, sort of, is Big B is big baller, and he's saying that the Ravens quarterback. So I'm guessing Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson? Oh my God, Big B, why?
I think what he was going for there is saying Lamar Jackson. But
if you were playing today, I mean.
Well, yeah, and I'm not sure if he.
So since he didn't exactly say who, I think we should just all go around and make it a big baller pick in honor of Big B not being here.
Okay. Mess around. You want to go first then?
Me?
Yeah.
All right. So let me think. Who am I going to go with? I'm going to say Nick Foles is going to have a big game today for the Bears. He's going to prove that he can still play, and he's going to put up some numbers for the Bears today.
Loro,
who you got for your big baller?
I'm going Mac Jones, because I think he's going to have a big game against the Bills, and I think that the Patriots are going to end up sweeping the Bills here.
My big baller is going to be Micah Parsons. I was trying to think of something.
Sweet. We all went with the homer pick.
Well, I mean, a lot of the star players have either played or they're not playing. So
I like your pick. That dude is savage. He's definitely defensive rookie of the year for sure.
Yeah. So who do you think's going to be MVP? It's coming down to the stretch. Anybody want to take that one?
What's your question?
Who do you think is going to be MVP? Because we're getting close to the end of the season.
Right now?
Yeah.
It's I hate to say it's Aaron Rodgers. A word to lose right now. The guy's playing lights out, and barring injury, I think he's going to win it for second year in a row.
I would think so, yeah. Lauro, who are you thinking of MVP?
Tom Brady. I'm still sticking with that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close between the two.
I think so. And I'm picking Rodgers. I also think it should be that Colts running back. I doubt it, but I don't know. I would like that to happen, though.
I would like to see that too, but they usually give it to a quarterback unless the running back has an insane year. And right now, Taylor's on that level, but he's not quite like having the phenomenal year. If he gets 2,000,
Right.
it breaks a record, maybe.
I can see that. So before we end the show, any other news going on around the NFL before games kick off?
Well, let's break down the playoff picture. If there's time, I mean,
Yeah. No, there's time.
Yeah, so we'll have to break that down for you all, the playoff picture. So basically, if you look at the standings, you got your 4 division leaders in your respective divisions. You got 3 wild card teams that are still trying to hold on to these last 3 spots. Is there a team in particular, guys, that you think that is going to get in at the last minute? Do you think the Dolphins are going to get in? Who's more likely to get in? The Dolphins in the AFC, or is it the Eagles in the NFC? For the last spot.
Oh,
That's tough. If I had to pick one, I'd say the Dolphins have a better chance.
yeah, I would think so. I would think the Dolphins. So in the NFC, looking at the playoff picture, you got the Packers, Cowboys, Buccaneers, Cardinals holding down 1 through 4. And then you got Rams, 49ers, and the Vikings at 5, 6, 7. Eagles, Saints, and Washington, 8, 9, 10. And the Falcons, Panthers, Seahawks, 11 through 13. Giants, Bears, and the Lions have been eliminated. Over on the AFC, you got your top 4 teams being the Chiefs, Titans, Patriots, and Bengals. Your wild card teams in the 5, 6, 7 spot are the Colts, Chargers, and the Bills. Ravens barely squeaking in there at 8. Steelers and Raiders 9 and 10. Dolphins, Browns, and the Broncos 11 through 13. And then your eliminated teams, Jets, Texans, and Jaguars. It's getting interesting. I do know that.
Think if the Chargers get in, I don't think a lot of teams want to see them in the playoffs. They're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, they will be. Or even the Steelers or the Ravens. I would think.
Yeah, especially if they get Jackson back. I mean, at this point, I would start Huntley over Jackson. I think he's more accurate and he definitely throws the ball a lot better.
It's always interesting how no matter who the Ravens start, whether it be Jackson or Huntley or maybe Josh Johnson, I don't know, but it seems like no matter who they start, they seem to win. You think they'll win today or maybe not?
Who, the Ravens?
Yeah.
I don't see them winning, not without Huntley or Jackson. I mean, if they win, they're going to need some trick plays, and so they're going to need special teams and defense to show up. Johnson's just terrible. I don't see him having to. I'd be surprised if the guy put up 150 yards.
I know, right? What else you got, Lauro? I mean, any injury updates going around the NFL today?
Let's take a look for everybody here. So, anyways, if you take a look at, we'll take a look at some of our early week 16 actives and inactives. Adam Thielen and Damian Harris, DJ Moore, Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, and Derwin James are set to play today. And then also DeAndre Swift, Jamison Crowder, David Johnson, and Cam Akers are ruled out today.
Yeah, that's going to be, tough for them, but hopefully they can win this. I did see Tim Hendricks comment Bengals would have to forget to show up. Yeah.
I agree with that comment.
I do too. Bengals have been playing really well. I mean, Burrow's shown that he's the right pick for the Bengals.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of were skeptical if he'd be able to come back from the ACL and play like he was playing before he went down with that injury. And he's really shown that he's going to be that guy going forward for them. And that, there's reason why he was made the number one pick in that draft.
And even if they don't make the playoffs, I think that, I hope they do, but even if they didn't, they showed a lot of improvement from when he first started or before he got there to now. Because he was on a winning streak before he went down last year. And now he's kind of on one this year. So he's shown a lot of improvement from then to now. And he's shown the Bengals that he can win like he did at LSU.
I know a lot of people going into the draft this last year were like, oh, they need to get some offensive line help. They should take a lineman with that first pick. And then getting Jamar Chase was really huge for him because they were so good at LSU and they're still good in the NFL. So I think Chase was definitely the right pick for them.
Hey, when you get somebody familiar, it helps.
Yeah, true.
So I think that ends it for today. We'll get 30 to 45 seconds to say whatever you want. Messing around.
I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and I hope everybody has a better New Year than this last year, and hopefully we can get rid of this COVID crap and go back to living life, normal life without masks and mandates, and just enjoy the games today and have fun with your families. I had a friend lose his daughter in a car wreck this week, so cherish your families.
Yeah. Loro, 30 45 seconds. What do you got to say? Anything coming up or?
I have to say that I hope everybody had a really good Christmas. And like what Dave said, Mess Around said that if you have a loved one or someone that passed away with COVID or in a car crash, you always have to cherish your family and friends whenever they're alive. I think that it's important to do that. It's important to show some love and appreciation to the people around you. And I think that, and I hope that everybody realizes that. And we want to close out 2021 on a really good note and before we welcome 2022 with open arms.
That's right. And thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Hopefully it's going to be a good Sunday, and I think it will. Hopefully everybody's teams that they're rooting for make it to the playoffs or at least win today. And we'll see you guys later on here on Coast to Coast for Between the Ropes and all of our great shows. Until next week, we'll see you guys later.